Welcome to IGN Fan Fest 2025. I'm Jada Griffin, and I'm joined today by two legends in the Monster Hunter world, Ryozo Tsujimoto and Yuya Tokuda, the producer and director behind Monster Hunter Wilds. Thank you both for being here. It's such an honor to have you in the studio today.
本日お越しいただきありがとうございます。お会いできて光栄です。
こちらこそよろしくお願いします。
We're diving deep into what's next for Monster Hunter, including an item pack for everyone joining us for FanFest, a new live-action trailer, and so much more. So let's get started. Tsujimoto-san, Tokuda-san, can you tell us about the new locations in Monster Hunter Wilds?
The new locale is called the Ice Shard Cliffs, which is has many cold weather, and during the inclemency, which is the harsh weather, in the game it kind of looks very dark, especially in the trailers that was revealed. But when you're actually playing, it has very big dynamics in the colors, and you can see a different side of the locale as you're playing.
Are there any fan favorite ice-based monsters we can expect to return?
There are outside of the returning monsters that have the ice element. There are some other monsters that were also shown in the trailer, such as the flying Leviathan type monster Hirabami. Hirabamis move in herds, and you can also see in the trailer, but there's also a larger monster behind the herd of the Hirabami, which is the apex monster of the Ice Shard Cliffs, and is a very large monster and has various attacks, and we hope everybody enjoys it.
Have we revealed what that monster is?
We can't really say much about it, but just a little bit. The one thing we can say for sure is that it's a very large monster.
Look forward to taking it down. Are there any cool new monsters besides that one that we can look forward to that you can talk about today?
We also have this isn't a new monster, but a returning monster called Gormagala, which made the first appearance in Monster Hunter 4. We also had a popularity poll with the monsters, and it was in 5th place. And it's also very popular in the North American region, and we hope everybody looks forward to fighting this monster.
Gormagala is a fun fight. Monster Hunter is known for, especially since Worlds, it's known for its extensive DLC. Do you have any upcoming DLC plans for Monster Hunter Wilds?
There are free title updates that have been announced already, and other than that, there are additional contents that we have planned down the line and several other title updates. So we hope people can enjoy it for a very long time. We hope that people please look forward to upcoming informations regarding the free title updates. Actual paid DLC contents would include mainly cosmetics content such as gestures and face paint and stamp stickers. So we do have those also planned online, so we hope everybody who are interested in it also looks forward to it.
Now, earlier we spoke about an item pack reveal. These have become a staple of Monster Hunter. What are the items in this item pack, and what can you tell us about how they're going to help players on their journey through Monster Hunter Wilds?
Inside the item pack, we have well-done steaks, which if you eat it, you can maximize your health and not only replenish it, but also increase the maximum amount of health you have. And you also have the ingredient of the well-done steak, which is the raw meat. So you can cook it when you run out of your well-done meat. We also have the dash juice, which are items that are a little bit harder to obtain. So when you have them on hand, they will probably be very useful to you. Also in the Ice Shard Cliffs, there is Nursilla. And Nursilla uses the sleep elements to make the hunters fall asleep. But before you completely fall asleep, if you take the energy drink, you can avoid falling asleep and continue hunting. So maybe with this item pack, you can keep it and save it until you fight Nursilla and make use of it.
And how can fans redeem this item pack and make use of it to get access to it?
There is a dedicated NPC character within the game, so when you talk to it, you will be able to receive the item pack through that courier.
What's one element of the series you think has truly evolved since its inception and has felt the most rewarding for you?
僕はやっぱ生態系の描写
So
って
one thing that I've always wanted to do and was always interested in depicting was the ecology of the monsters in Monster Hunter, especially for Monster Hunter Wilds. I was able to work on illustrating how the ecology worked within the herd or the mass volume of it, how it worked within many monsters acting all at once. And it's not just for one quest, but because the quests are all seamless, how they react within like traveling between the locales. And that was a very challenging aspect that I've always wanted to work on and was very happy to see the evolvement compared to the very first generations.
そうですね。やっぱりモンスターハンターってやっぱり一つ
Monster Hunter is very famous for the actions that it has, and although Monster Hunter has many, we want to focus on the smooth actions of every attack you do. You can connect it to the next one, and that's always something that we have been working on, the seamless action. We also want to focus on how everything is seamless between moving between locales, and also how you transition from the story. So on top of that, we thought that by having the seamless actions, movement between locale and story, that would allow users to have a more immersed gaming experience. And I feel that that is something that is specific for Monster Hunter Wilds that really evolved from the beginning.
Is there a monster you find more difficult than others? And what tips do you have for fans that have trouble with certain difficult fights?
例えばメインモンスターのアルシュベルド何かは
So in Monster Hunter Wilds, we have the flagship monster, Arkveld. And Arkveld has very, it wasn't completely tricky, but it sometimes goes on with full strength attacks. It has like a mix of both. The attacks that Arkveld uses its wings, which can stretch from short to pretty long, and it has a wide range of attacks, so it's really hard to get used to at first. Hopefully during the open beta test too, everybody enjoyed fighting Arkveld. I think that using SOS flares to have other people play with you and help you hunt, enjoying multiplayer very helps with this monster. And this also applies for other large monsters, but when the large monsters have big attacks, they tend to be a little bit more vulnerable to focus strikes, which then you can use to deal more damage into it. So it's a good chance for you to deal more damage when the monsters do a very big attack. And on top of that, you can also carry 2 weapons in Monster Hunter Wilds. So you can have one weapon as your choice and the secondary weapon to be an element weapon so that you can deal damage according to the monster.
そうですね。ちょっとトリッキーっていうところで言うと、先ほどもありました通りに
earlier we mentioned Nursilla, and Nursilla uses many elements that can put players to sleep, and that can be difficult sometimes. So when you face a monster that use elements, it's nice if you can use items. But I also think that because we have Sacred introduced in Monster Hunter Wilds, while you're riding on a Sacred can automatically evade monster attacks, some of the monster attacks. So when your health is running low, you can hop on your Sacred and use potions while riding it, and also fix your status. So using Sacred to your benefit is also a very strong point when fighting monsters.
仕様にもなってますので、セクレートをすごく有効に使っていただくっていうのも一つの手だと思っています。
Excellent. All right, well, like I said, you guys brought a wonderful new live action Monster Hunter Wilds trailer. So let's go ahead and roll that trailer.
The world is wild. Filled with untamable forces that constantly test the delicate balance of chaos and order. When nature's will intensifies, long dormant dangers awaken, exposing our vulnerability, shining light on buried truths. As instability spreads, challenges seem insurmountable. consequences all-consuming. And when our very existence is at stake, we are called upon to restore balance to the wilds. We are hunters. Monster Hunter Wilds. The wilds are calling. Available February 28th.
And that was the Monster Hunter Wilds live action trailer. That was a lot of fun. It really highlighted the community coming together to take down big monsters. I'm super excited to play that in a few days. This is probably my game of the year already. Like, I'm very excited for Monster Hunter Wilds. I love the betas, so very excited to play more of this. The community has a fondness for monsters. We talked about their favorite monsters earlier. They also love weapons. Has the dev team considered adding any new weapons in the future for Monster Hunter?
何かしらそのタイトルにあったよう
For
な
every new Monster Hunter title that goes into development, we always consider for that title to have a new weapon. But since the series has been going on for 20 years and we have 14 weapon types, which everybody has their own specific memory for, and each weapon is adjusted in a way so that it's balanced between all 14 of them. We always think of a way to introduce new weapons, but every single time it's very hard to level it out. And even for Monster Hunter Wilds that applies. We considered it, but we found it difficult, so it was hard to implement.
That was a lot of fun. Is there anything else you'd like to say to all the fans watching before we let you go?
2023年の年末に発表させて
We
いただい
first
て
announced this title in December 2023, and back then we also announced the release year, which was 2025. And now that we are in 2025, we were very happy to finally be able to deliver this game to everybody, and I hope that everybody has a very fun time and enjoys this game. So thank you so
くだ
much.
さいというのがもうここまで来たら皆さんにお伝えしたいというところのです。はい。
のパフォーマンスだったりだとか
Regarding some of the performances and weapon feedback that many of the users have, many of them will be implemented in the day one product version, and there are other elements that we haven't announced yet that's also playable within the game, and we hope everybody can enjoy the game and look forward to the hunt that awaits them. And thank you so much for everything.
Thank you so much to Tsujimoto-san and Tokuda-san for giving us a closer look at Monster Hunter Wilds. The entire community is very excited for this game. And for all things Monster Hunter, keep it locked at IGN.